What is going on with Marvel's Avengers? It's just not anywhere. We got no news. We have no updates. I want to talk to you guys about what is going on with Marvel's Avengers. So the last piece that we got was the Kate Bishop DLC, and that came out last year in 2020 in the tail end, where we had a long while of no news and updates, and we got the next gen patches, we got things up, it's running well, like everything's kind of stable. It's fine, everything's good. And I'm a Marvel's Avengers fan. Look at this place. This place is insane. You can't tell me Matt doesn't have a problem. By the way, thank you guys all for joining us. Hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy the show. Marvel's Avengers is just having some problems that Matt's not really into. I want this game to do well. I wanted it to do well from the very beginning, all the way back into the other year with beta. And man, it is just a mystery right now what Square Enix is doing with this title. We have no real updates and news. So I'm not coming at you right now today, guys, with any news updates from this because there is no news about the game. I want to know what's going on, and are you guys still playing Marvel's Avengers on your PS4, PS5, cross-gen, all of that stuff? I have it on my PS5. I picked it up when I downloaded it and picked it back up again with the Kate Bishop DLC. I enjoyed the Kate Bishop DLC to an extent. I've done previous episodes with first impressions. Go check that out. But overall, guys, in a nutshell, I enjoyed Kate Bishop for the bow and arrow mechanics. Her sword mechanics were really, really tight, really good agility. It was fun to play through with her. I did not enjoy the fact that we just had the same missions, same robots, same all over again with a new skin character. Because once I finished the Kate Bishop DLC in about 2 to 3 hours, I went into some open world stuff, threw Iron Man and Cap on for a couple of missions, and then I was done. Because there was nothing new. There were no new missions and campaigns other than playing Iron Man in the Kate Bishop ones, and it's all just reskinned. So it's very, very sad that this game is not anywhere where it needs to be. The next piece of DLC that we are waiting for, that we were expecting to hear about, is going to be the Hawkeye DLC, which is the continuation of this whole story. We got no news. It's insane. It's mid-January right now. We have no information regarding the Hawkeye DLC, and when is this ever going to come out? It should have already rolled out. Frankly, it should have been probably planned about a month after the Kate Bishop DLC, because now you're so far removed. There's so many other games to play. People are moving on to other things entirely, and we don't really have, it loses that continuity, because when they came out and they wanted to talk about this game and the DLC and the future DLC plans, they wanted to treat it as this comic book story of like, okay, you're going to play like issue 1, which is going to be the Kate Bishop, then you're going to go on to Hawkeye, and you're going to have this continuing thread of a story, which I liked. I liked going for the comic book style of things. You're getting the next issue, the next piece of DLC, but we have nothing. Like, I'm kind of staring at February right now going, we don't know when the Hawkeye DLC is coming. We have no information of what this will look like. We know that it is going to continue on with the Kate Bishop piece, but after that, let's just say that Hawkeye DLC comes out in February. For people like me that want to be able to just play it, I'm going to just throw it on when I feel like it, and it's going to be a 2-3 hour DLC campaign, but you're going to get a couple of cutscenes, and if Kate Bishop's DLC is any indication of what they're doing, we get the same missions and the same enemies, and we are going to just get a new skinned character that we're supposed to then progress and update, and I'm not going to be really into it, especially when it's going to be Hawkeye. The announcement of Spider-Man originally being a PlayStation exclusive, now it just feels like it's just never going to happen either. Like, what's the point of holding on to that exclusivity? It's not going to have anything in real impact when the game has lost like 90% of its audience across PC and across consoles. It's diminishing, just month after month after month. People are not coming back to this game. They've done it. And it's really, really too bad. I want them to be able to be successful with this and to be able to bring out Hawkeye DLC. And then the rumored of they were already had the Black Panther DLC baked and ready to go. And that is nowhere to be heard of either. We have no information about Spider-Man. And frankly, after we've had, your remastered, your Miles Morales game on your PlayStation, a month or 2 months after, throwing out a Spider-Man DLC for Marvel's Avengers, that was the time to do it. Right around launch, have Spider-Man shortly after Miles Morales. The hype of Miles has cooled off. People have beaten the game. And if people wanted more Spider-Man, if you were able to bring them in for Marvel's Avengers, that would have brought audiences back. Even if it is just a 2-3 hour campaign, the fact that you have more Spider-Man for PlayStation owners that are enjoying Miles, enjoying the remaster, for some of them it's for the first time, experience in because they come from Xbox to PlayStation. To me, that would have been the time to actually release Spider-Man, but instead we get Kate Bishop earlier in the year. We get a couple of patch updates, which is great, but we don't have any news on Hawkeye. We don't have any news on Black Panther. We don't have anything on Spider-Man. And I gotta wonder, guys, is this thing dead in the water? You tell me, let me know in the comments below. Do you think Marvel's Avengers is done? Do you think that it's over? Do you think that we're just gonna get maybe the Hawkeye DLC and they're just gonna drop it? Or do you think that they will come back, you know, really focused again at the end of Q1, maybe Q2, and be able to say, we're going to put more emphasis on this and we're redesigning and we're going to redo it and get almost a Marvel's Avengers 2.0? Because this is too much of a giant property for Marvel, for Square, to let it just kind of falter. And it's really, really too bad because, like I've said in previous episodes, the campaign is good. And when you can get the game right now for $20, $30, it's totally worth picking up for the campaign alone and a little bit of multiplayer. But if you're like me and you've played all of it, there's not much there that's exciting. And Hawkeye is further and further into the distance that it doesn't seem very attractive right now to go back. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to return to Marvel's Avengers if we ever get the next round of DLC? And even if we do, is it enough to bring you back in? Guys, thank you so much for watching. Support the show by giving it a like, subscribe here on the channel. I'm Matt. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, thank you guys for assembling with us. See ya.